Hello, everybody. I'm GL1. Welcome to my online toy museum. And today I'm going to be comparing construction sets, amongst each other, as well as sets, kind of like original, toys or even models. So the first one that I wanted to start with is the Batmobile Tumbler. So this is the construction set, obviously. And I'm really impressed with the construction of these toys. You can get them on AliExpress, Temu, Shein. I get pretty much all of mine from Temu. And they range $20, $7 to $20. Mostly the ones I get are in about the $8 range. But they're all quite detailed and are constructed differently. There's little things that they do manufacturing-wise that's just kind of inspired, I should say. So, all right, so this tumbler here, if we compare it with the toy tumbler, this is, I've had this for quite a few years. It's had a little bit of some rough time. This piece broke off over there. And I really felt like this needs to come off, so I was determined to get that off. And I'm not sure if it absolutely was supposed to come off, but completely. But it did have some screws and screw into here. And then, but you could see you could put your little action figures in there. And it's got a lot of metal to it, so it's a plastic and metal construction. And actually, this pulls forward, and then you can get, kind of the tumbler. There you go. So then that fits in there. But if you look at how well the construction set reflects this, it's quite impressive. And, like I said, this is probably like, $10 or less. But, very accurate. And a lot of times they come with, there's a few extra pieces. So if you want to modify things a little bit differently, if you think something's not constructed maybe as solidly as you could do it, you can make some of those modifications. But look, it even has like the hydraulic, a hint of the hydraulics in there that are used for turning this kind of vehicle, and you can see it on this model here, and of course the gold accents, and it's just really clever. And this one didn't have stickers. A lot of them have stickers you put on, but this had a piece already with the printed sticker on it. But you can see that they, with the gold and everything, they really go out of their way to be accurate. All right, so that is the tumbler. Well, the other Batmobile I bought was this one. And what I thought was neat about this is this really seemed like, and I would say that this is true for a lot of them, a jumble of really small pieces that there's no way it's going to really turn into this very nice, solid-looking Batmobile or car of any kind. But you can see it is, seems very accurate to the model. And I have a radio-controlled version of that. And even the gas caps, I thought that was clever. I was like, well, what are these things for? And then when I saw this RC version, I'm like, oh yeah, it's the gas caps. But look, you can see it's got the lights in the front, and I guess your rotary motor, and then your jet in the back, and the 4 exhausts, and the 2 lights. I mean, it's all there. And the way that they mimic kind of the fins, with just a stack of little onesie circular pieces, really cool. And a lot of times, yeah, you can take off the roof and you can stick your little Batman figure inside there. Sometimes, however, the little minifigures don't fit and you have to take their legs off. I do want to make a comment about this Batmobile. I charged it up to play with it for this, just to get it ready to go. And I will say, nothing spells no fun faster than a lot of Batman radio-controlled vehicles. I have several, and all of them are not a lot of fun. This is actually quite slow. It takes a long time to charge. It's got a USB charger in here. At first, it didn't even want to charge. I had to really plug it in for hours before it started to work. And then it has, this is the remote, and it says turbo, and here's your turbo button, but that's practically a lie. I mean, there's like hardly any difference. And let's see if I can demonstrate that for you. All right, so you turn that on. All right, and then there it is going forward. And then we're gonna hit the turbo. Hear the difference? Okay, there's a slight difference, but I have had, this is, I think, Jada Toys. I have had other Jada Toy RC vehicles, and they're really, for what they are, quite good. This is not. So I don't know if it's just, the other Batman RC stuff always has a problem with it too. Oh, you know what? And I did want to show you, the tumbler can do that too, as far as, look at that. It lifts up, and it even came with a little Batman figure. And it came with, you can put his hair on, or you can have his helmet and have his little, bat clothes on. And then he's got the joysticks in there for controlling it, kind of like a zero-turn mower. All right, so more details, right? It's just really great. All right, so this Ferrari over here. So I have a metal model of a Ferrari. I'm not confident that this is the exact model Ferrari that this is supposed to be, but it's pretty close, so it might be. Now, this is definitely less quality than the other two build-up sets, but it has its own charm. And one is that it really is, it's delicate. You can see you can actually kind of flex it. You might be able to get like a little bit of some minifigure in there. I thought it was clever the way that they made the window, clever in sort of a sad way, but economical, right? They just took these little, 2Z clear pieces, and you put that together, and that's your windshield. And it's not a great windshield, but it's cute. I mean, the fact that they even went and did that. The thing that I remember most about this is the wheels are 3 pieces. So this is just silly. It comes apart. So you had to go, and first you stick, why they did this, you stick this in. It's almost like we just want to have pieces just to say we have more pieces. And then you put that in. And then that's your wheel. So I thought that was really, unique. And unnecessary, but I liked it. I liked the fact that it was, going out of their way to to make something a little more complex. And then even the lights, like you don't actually have clear pieces for the lights. You just have, these white pieces with the little clips on there that, we've seen with other building sets that I've never seen them used as lights. And then you have horns that are being used for the rear view mirrors. And, it's really not that inaccurate. But I just thought that this was almost like there's just pieces laying around and like, let's see what we can do and get it close to, a real car. Now, one of the first ones I got was Knight Rider. So this is a pretty nice setup here. So you have Knight Rider, and then the only model I have of a Knight Rider is I have a Hot Wheels version. But you can see it's got the red light in the front, for kit thinking. And then you see how it has the cowl. It's called a cowl. It's suck in air. Actually, what it does is air passes through here and then goes out there, and it helps cool the engine off. So it kind of is on the opposite side here. I guess, I don't know if I could have built it the other way. Maybe I could have. Well, I put Harry Potter. Now, this is what I'm talking about. If you put Harry Potter's legs on, he wouldn't have fit inside. It does have doors that open too. Isn't that cool? So you have doors that open. And look how they use these like roof pieces for the rearview mirror. Really clever. And so I don't forget where Harry Potter's legs are and his book. I put that all in the back. So, and then that's easy to close. So Harry Potter is driving Knight Rider. And as you can see, they're kind of dusty, and they haven't even been out long. I just built these like within the past couple of weeks. So they get dusty really quickly. But, take a look at the back. I mean, it's pretty accurate. Another one that I built that's a recognizable car, right, is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. And it has also, you can take this off and it has just a flat panel, so you can have just a smooth piece, because in the movie it also just had that. But this is one of the less expensive versions. I've seen other brick versions of this DeLorean, and they cost a little bit more. I think this was, again, probably one of the like $7-8 ones, but it's pretty good. Rolls pretty well. And and this is cool. Yeah, the doors lift up now, and look at that. And you could put a figure inside. You might have to take his legs off there. The head it's going to hit that. I put this little piece here so I can lift it up easier, because this is what they had there. And I figure, well, if I can lift it up here, I can just push it through, and then it falls off anyway. But, having the gull wing doors, just a nice little touch on that. All right, so one of the first ones I built was this Bugatti. Now, when I got these, I didn't know that they were going to come with a case. So again, I think this is like a $10, $11 setup, and it came with this nice plastic case. And you can see how it comes very close to looking like the Bugatti metal model. So I don't think this is the model. This is the Veyron. I think this might be the Chiron. But, it's you could still see that it's a very similar car. And they are very similar cars. I mean, look at the exhaust in the back is similar, the lights, kind of the slope in the back, the split window in the back, and this has got the split there. It also has the engine in the back. So let me show you how. All right, so it's got a little thumb tab here. You can pull that out. And then it came with a couple little extra pieces that you can stick to here, so you can mount your car on there. And if you want, you can put your figures in there. And I don't think, these doors don't open, but you could try to squeeze a figure in there. And look, it has a steering wheel, it has a stick shift, so that's pretty neat. And then in the back, there's your engine right in there, so that lifts up. So, and this one has stickers. So you have your infotainment center here, and then you have your speedometer, and then you have all these stickers too that go on here and here, all in the front here. And you have that, Bugatti front that you always see. They've stuck with that ever since the first Bugatti that came out around 1900. It's a very old car. Okay, and all right. And actually, you can see the first Bugatti in an Ernest Hemingway movie. Not sure I'm going to think of it, but I saw that movie recently, and they were driving around the old Bugatti. Looks like a rocket, like it's just a tube, and they're driving it everywhere. And I'm like, there's no way that car would be reliable enough to drive as often as they're using it, I bet. But anyway, all right, so that's the Bugatti. And then another one that I built that also came in a case. And I got to tell you, I got a whole bag of these. I got a lot more of these. So I'm going to be building more and going through them, because they all have their own unique charm. So this one has a big sticker that you would put on the back, and a big sticker you put on the front. But I just thought this was a really slick looking car. And look at how many pieces they use. Instead of, I guess, making just one piece that can stick up there, it's just, all these little pieces to achieve that. Some of them roll okay, some don't. This one seems to roll pretty good. So it's all right, They're not going to race, like if you take this and put it up against Pinewood Derby racers, these aren't going to do well at all. But these have the sticker there for the door, to open the door. But, you could put your little mini figures in there. And again, they're all stick. And then, look, you have your infotainment center and your speedometer and your steering wheel. So, again, just a cute little set. Put your car in there, and then, keep all the dust off. All right, and then this one here, now I made just a couple little small changes to this one. But this is another one of those vehicles where, as I was building it, I'm like, really? I mean, it's a lot of pieces, and is it really going to come together? But I knew from experience it would come together to be something, really solid. And boy, has it. I mean, this is a pretty good size car. You can take this off. You can stick a couple of minifigures in there. And I thought what was neat is even the seats, the detail, like they have, the pillow for your head back there. The difference in the stick shift, it's one of these little pieces that often you can, like, you put a flame in or something. It's not like a mobile stick shift. And, steering wheel is on the right, so it's a European car. So it's, really neat, all these little differences. I added, it had a wing. I added these little pieces onto the wing, and I added this onto the front because I just had some extra pieces. My rule is I try to only use similar pieces that came with, like, I only use these pieces because they came with other car sets that I got recently. So I'm not going into my Lego inventory and adding them. Oh, this was cool. The exhausts on this are really neat. So you have all these exhaust pipes here, and they just clip on like that. I found the back of this to be rather difficult to build, but really nice looking once it's built. This one does not roll well, and this tire, it's this tire, had like a lump of plastic in it, and I had to cut it. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's this one. Yeah, this one just doesn't roll well anyway. This one had a lump of plastic, like a lump of plasticky rubber in it that wouldn't let it roll at all. So I used a razor blade and just cut it off. This is the only one that had a problem like that. So I wouldn't feel like they're inexpensive, so they're junk. No, they're all really good. And look at what they use for the rear view mirrors. Everything's different. They do everything different. And look how they get that slope in the back. It's just these pieces that are, on this mobile piece, but then those flip down. And it gives you the illusion of how the car, would really look. So just clever solutions. And then we go to Jurassic Park. So here's the Jurassic Park model. And this was about $8. And this has doors that open. Take a look at that. And you can take the roof off. Let's see. You can even make it in different ways. It came with other options, so you can not have these lights on there if you want. But you can see you can sit your minifigures right in the back there. And, you have your front grille. And what was nice to me about this is I didn't have to go buy the big set with the dinosaur or whatever. I could just buy this. And in fact, you can buy the dinosaurs on these sites like Temu separately. So if you just want the T-Rex, and you may have seen, I did do that. I have other shows where I bought, Lego type T-Rexes and Giganotosaurus and an Ankylosaurus, and the quality is fine. These pieces fall off easily, so you got to be careful with that. But that's a nice model. And then I thought I would bring the toy from Jurassic Park, and you can compare them. So you can see, the way that they tried to do the jungle colors on it, and you have the, this big glass here and the big glass there. And look, you have the 3 lights up there, and you have the 3 lights here. And then take a look at the grill with the lights on it. And, it's in front of the yellow lights. I mean, really detail, right? And look, the fenders and the thicker, chunkier tires, for like an SUV to be off-road. Take a look at the back. So, all right. So, just cute, right? Let's push that together a little bit. All right. So, but these are all just your, really interesting and fun to build. Fun, I would actually say they're sometimes pretty stressful, but I mean, because there's like 300 pieces, and you're like, where's this piece? And I tell you, if you take all the pieces and separate everything similar to begin with, that makes things a lot easier. And sometimes you got to have good light, and you really got to the instructions on these. They're not Lego, so the instructions, though not bad, they are much better than the Harry Potter sets that I got from the off-brand. But the instructions, they're not Lego, but they're definitely better than the Harry Potter ones. All right, so here, this vehicle, this is so far the coolest thing. So the stickers, had a little trouble getting those. They're a little bit oversized, so I'm going to have to clip that with a razor blade. And it came with a figure that you put inside, and then you have these. You can fold this down, and then look, you have your gas cans on the side, your extra tire, and then this whole thing comes off. Fold these out of the way. And then you have your figure in here. And I'm going to get to why this car is so cool, because I haven't even shown you yet. All right, so you have your figure, and she has her little hat. So they gave you, I don't know if it's supposed to be Lara Croft. She looks angry. So this is a minifigure, not like Lego, because the head can move around like a little bit tipping sideways. And the wrists are ball joints. So the wrists can move. I don't know if you could see that, but they don't just, they have ball joints. So you can see they actually can swivel, and also just move back and forth because it's a ball joint. The shoulders don't do that, but the arms are curved, and this shaft that holds the head on, it goes all the way down through the body. And once you get that on, it's really hard to take off. I made a mistake because I forgot to put the jacket on. I thought I could put the jacket on with the head on. You cannot. So, all right, and then you can put the head. Now you got to line that up, right, and get the head on. All right, so that's the figure. But this is what's so cool about this. You had to build the suspension separately and then attach it, because it has a springy suspension and it steers. It doesn't steer a lot, but it does steer and stay in place. It has like a soft kind of rubbery pieces that are part of the suspension that allow you to turn the wheels and also give it its actual mobile suspension. And watch this. It's going to bounce. And it actually has, you can ride it up things, and you can actually have, some movement in the suspension as it's climbing over things. And I think that is incredibly cool, right? I've never seen that. I haven't built every Lego thing, out there. I'm just buying these off-brand things, but I don't know that the Lego ones have this. And again, I think this was like $12 or $13. So this was just great. You stick her in there, and then put that back on, put those down, and then there you go. So I'm going to be building more. Like I said, I have a whole bag full of these things, and I will give you my opinions and thoughts on them, and point out to you what's really cool and unique about them. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy that, and if you do, go out there and get these. Oh, I got to tell you this. Oh my God, are these wheels hard to put on, the tires? They are so hard. I don't know how they expect. I'm very strong. I'm a bodybuilder, weightlifter, all that. And I'm pushing and pushing, and you got to dig your fingernails in. That's what I discovered. So you push, it's two pieces. So I'll tell you, first of all, the other thing too is they come shiny. The tire was all shiny, and then by the time you work it with your hands, it's dull. So, all right, so this piece goes here. So then you push this through. Maybe it's going to, be easy because I've done it already. But when you push it through, you got to take your fingernails and dig it up in here. Now, it took me a while to figure that out, so it made it really hard because I just kept trying to fit it in. And also I've already done it. So there, the rubber's stretched and everything. But the first time I'm like, oh my gosh, this is way too hard to be fun. But Anyway, that's one of the biggest points I wanted to make. Oh yeah, and look at that, how you move this back and forth, and then you have more stickers there. You got a license plate. It's just clever, all these little differences. So, all right. Again, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.